1 Kings chapter 14. Ba'et hahi hala Abiyah ben Yoroba'am. In that time, Abiyah, the son of Yoroba'am, was sick. Wayomer Yoroba'am lehithato. And Yoroba'am said to his woman, Qumi nah wihishatanit. Arise thou now, and disguise thou thyself. Ulo yed'u ki hat ethet Yoroba'am, and let them not know that thou art the woman of Yoroba'am. Wahalakt Shiloh, and thou shalt go to Shiloh. Hinne thama Achiyah Hanavi. Behold, there is the prophet Achiyah, who dibber alay lemelech alaha amahadeh. He worded over me for a king over this people. Walaqahat biyadek ashara lehm wniqudim waqabuk davash wavatahelaw. And thou shalt take in thy hand 10 bread and cakes, or crumbly things, and a flask of honey, and thou shalt come to him. Hu yagid lach mahyeh lanar. He shall tell to thee what shall be for the lad. What ta'ashaken ethet Yoroba'am. And the woman of Yoroba'am effectuated thus. Wataqam watelech Shiloh. And she arose and she went to Shiloh. Watavo bet Achiyah. And she came to the house of Achiyah. Uachiyahu lo yakol lirot. And Achiyahu was not able to see. Ki qamu enayu mishevo. Because his eyes were stood from his old age, his greyness of hair. Yahweh amar el Achiyahu. And Yahweh had said to Achiyahu, Hinne ethet Yoroba'am ba lidrosh davar me'imka el benah. Behold, the woman of Yoroba'am is coming to seek a word from with thee toward her son. Ki holehu, because he is being sick. Kado ukade tedabber eleha. Like this and like this, thou shalt word to her. Wayahi gavoah, wahi mitnakera. And it shall be, as her coming, also she shall be feigning to be another woman. Wayahi kishmo Achiyahu et qol ragleha baba petah. And it was as Achiyahu's hearing the voice of her feet coming in the door. Wayomer bohi ethet Yoroba'am. Also he said, Come thou, woman of Yoroba'am. Lama hadeh at mitnakera. For what is this? Thou art one disguising thyself. Wahanoki shaluh elayik kasha. And I am sent to thee with a troublesome thing. Luki imeri leYoroba'am. Go thou, say thou to Yoroba'am, כה אמר Yahweh Elohei Yisrael. Thus Yahweh God of Yisrael hath said, Yagan ater harimotika mitoch ha'am. Because of that, I have exalted thee from the midst of the people. Wahetenka nagid al ammi Yisrael. And I gave thee for a prince over my people Yisrael. Waeqra' et hamamlaka mibet David. And I tore the kingdom from the house of David. Wahetneha lach, and I gave it to thee. Ulo hayita ka'avdi David, and thou hast not been like my servant David, ater shamar mitzvotai, which kept my commands. Watrahalaka acharai, and which walked after me, b'kol levavo, by means of all his heart, la'ashot rak hayashar be'enai, to effectuate only the upright in my eyes. Watara' la'ashot mikol atrahayu lefaneka, and thou hast done evil to effectuate more than all which were before thee. Watelech wata'asheleka Elohim acherim umasekot lehach'iseni. And thou wentest, and thou effectuated for thee other gods and molten images to provoke me to anger. Oti hishelachata achere gaweka, and me thou hast cast after thy back, behind thy back. Lachen hinani mevi ra'a el bet Yoroba'am. Therefore, behold me, one bringing evil to the house of Yoroba'am. V'hikarati leYoroba'am mashatin bekir. And I shall cut off, belonging to Yoroba'am, a one urinating for himself in a wall. Athur wa'azub b'Yisrael, whether shut up or left at large in Yisrael. Uvi'arati achere bet Yoroba'am, and I shall burn away after the house of Yoroba'am. Ka'ater yeva'er hagalal adatumo, like how one would burn away the dung until its consumption. Hamet leYoroba'am ba'ir, the dead belonging to Yoroba'am in the city, Yokalu hakalavim, the dogs shall eat. Wahamet bashade, Yokalu opa hashamayim, and the dead in the field, the bird of the skies, they shall eat. Ki Yahweh dibber, because Yahweh hath worded. Wahataqumi leki leveteka, and thou, arise thou, go thou to thy house. Bavo ragalaika ha'ira, wemet hayalad. In the coming of thy feet to the city, also the child shall die. Usafadu lo kol Yisrael, and all Yisrael shall mourn for him. Wakaveru hoto, and they shall bury him. כי זה לבדו יבוא לירבעם אל קבר, because this one alone shall come to the grave of those belonging to Yeroboam. Yarn nimtahavo davar tov, because a good word or thing is found in him. El Yahweh Elohe Yisrael, toward Yahweh, God of Yisrael, bevet Yeroboam, among the house of Yeroboam. Vehekim Yahweh lo melech ala Yisrael, ater yacharit et bet Yeroboam the Hayom. And Yahweh shall cause a king to stand for him over Yisrael, which shall cut off the house of Yeroboam this day. Wamaha Gamaata, and what? Even now. Wihika Yahweh et Yisrael, and Yahweh shall smite Yisrael. Katrayanu the Hakana Bamayim, like the reed is shaken in the water. Wanatash et Yisrael me'al ha'adama hatova hadot atranatan lahavotehem. And he shall pull up Yisrael from upon the ground, the good ground, this good ground, which he gave to their fathers. Wezeram me'ever lanahar, and he shall scatter them from beyond to the river. Yarn atra ashu et asherehem. Because of that, they effectuated their asherim. Machisim et Yahweh, ones provoking Yahweh to anger. V'yiten et Yisrael, and he will give Yisrael up. Bigalal hatot Yeroboam, because of the sins of Yeroboam, atar hatah, which he sinned, v'atar heheti et Yisrael, and which he caused Yisrael to sin. Watakum et Yeroboam, and the woman of Yeroboam arose. Watelek, and she went. Watavo Tiratha, and she came to Tiratha. He ba b'safahabayit wahanagramet. She came into the threshold of the house, and the lad was dead. Vayikberuhoto, and they buried him. Vayispedulo, and they mourned for him. Kol Yisrael, all Yisrael did. Kidevar Yahweh atar diber, biyad abdo Achiyahu Hanavi, like the word of Yahweh which he worded by the hand of his servant Achiyahu the prophet. V'yeter divrei Yeroboam atar nilham v'atar malach, and the rest of the words of Yeroboam, which he battled, and which he reigned, Hinnam ketuvim al sefer divrei hayamim lemalchei Yisrael. Behold them, written things, upon the book of the words of the days, for the kings of Yisrael. V'hayamim atar malach Yeroboam Esherim Uthataim Shana, and the days which Jeroboam reigned were 22 years. Vayishkav imhavotau, and he lay with his fathers. Vayimlok Nadab beno tahatau, and Nadab his son reigned in his place. Rehoboam ben Shlomo malak Yehuda, and Rehoboam the son of Shlomo reigned in Yehuda. Ben Harabaim wa shana Rehoboam b'malako. The son of 41 years was Rehoboam in his reigning. Ushva Eshere Shana Malak B'Yerushalem, and 17 years he reigned in Jerusalem. Ha'ir atrba harya v'lashum et shemotham mikol shivtei Yisrael. The city where Yahweh chose to set his name there from all the tribes of Yisrael, V'shemehimo Naamah Ha'ammonit, and the name of his mother Naamah the Ammonite. Vayasha Yehuda hara be'enei Yahweh, and Yehuda effectuated the evil in the eyes of Yahweh. Vayekano oto mikol atra'ashu abotam, and they made him jealous from all which their fathers did, or more than all which their fathers did. B'hatotam atrahatahu, by means of their sins which they sinned. Vayivenu gamahem malahem ba'mot u'matzevot u'hasherim, and they built also they for them high places and pillars and asherim, al kol giva'at gavoha, upon every high hill, v'tahat kol esh ra'anan, and under every luxuriant tree. V'gam qadesh hayabaresh, and also the male colt prostitute was in the land. Ashu kechol hato avot hagoyim, they effectuated like all the abominations of the nations. Atrahorith Yahweh mipnei bnei Yisrael, which Yahweh drove out or dispossessed from before the faces of the sons of Yisrael. Vayahi bashana hachamishit lamelech Rehoboam, and it was in the 5th year for King Rehoboam. Allah shishak melech Mitzrayim al Yerushalem. Shishak, king of Mithraim, came up over Jerusalem. Vayikach et othorot bet Yahweh, ואת אוצרות בית המלך, ואת הכל לקח. And he took the treasures of the house of Yahweh, and the treasures of the house of the king. The whole he took. ויקח את כל מגני הזהב, and he took all the shields of the gold. אשר עשה שלמה, which Shlomo effectuated. ויעש המלך רחבעם תחתם מגני נחושת, and the king Rehoboam effectuated in their place shields of bronze. והפקיד על יד שערי הראשים השומרים פתח בית המלך. And he committed upon the hand of the princes of the runners, the ones keeping the door of the house of the king. ויהי מדבור המלך בית יהוה, and it was from as often as the king's coming to the house of Yahweh, Yeshahum harashim, the runners would lift them, Wehethibum elatah harashim, and they would return them to the chamber of the runners. ויתר דברי רחבעם וכל אתר Asha, and the rest of the words of Rehoboam, and all which he effectuated, הלא המה כתובים על ספר דברי הימים למלכי יהודה. Is it not that they are written things upon the record of the words of the days for the kings of Yehudah? ומלחמה הייתה בין רחבעם ובין ירבעם כל הימים, and war was between Rehoboam and between Jeroboam all the days. וישכב רחבעם עם אבותיו, and Rehoboam lay with his fathers. ויקבר עם אבותיו בעיר דוד, and he was buried with his fathers in the city of David. ושם אמו נעמה העמונית, and the name of his mother Naamah the Ammonite. וימלוך אביam beno תחתיו, and Abiam his son was king in his place.